Myself, architect Sonu Varghese, and I'm the principal architect at Mirror Window Architects, predominantly working at Central Kerala. Okay, I graduated and I did my BR from Government Engineering College, Thrissur, in the year 2014, and thereafter we, as a team, have been working here for the past 7 years. We do mainly residential projects, which includes planning, renovation projects, interior, and landscaping. As we are from Kerala, here we have the tropical climate. So most often we try maximum to incorporate this landscape into the design, both in exterior and in interior. So that's how we work. For me, I personally believe that an project itself should be an art. Okay. So in my personal opinion, there is no point in incorporating an art if there is a void space. Okay. So what we do here is we plan or we design the space based on that, keeping in the mind that this artwork or this something, let it be a painting or maybe an artwork, sculpture, anything. We plan accordingly so that the overall space, overall that design space will have a character. Okay, in that way, definitely art is always important in our project. We consider the project itself as an art. So, from my perspective, it's a parallel process actually. We design the space and keeping in mind that this interior should look like this, and the space, the overall output should be like this. So, in that case, definitely we will go with an artwork in our mind, and the space will be designed accordingly. Okay, but there are situations like maybe in renovation projects, especially in interior renovations, we don't get that freedom to pre-design. Okay, in such situations, we definitely add some artwork based on that situation, which can be easily blend with that project. Okay, there are different ways of doing it. One thing, either we can go with an merging or maybe a something that goes or blend with the design. That's one way of thinking. And the other thing is we can go with something that stands out, like a focal attraction or a focal point. In that case, we might incorporate or we might add an artwork, let it be a painting or maybe sculpture something, or maybe a custom design that may be placed in a situation such that it is highlighted. Okay, so giving a focal attraction to that specific artwork itself, and again giving the overall character to that space. And I believe, strongly believe, that art acts as an element or maybe a link between these spaces or a connecting element, so that we can easily achieve a unity or a balance or maybe a rhythm in the overall design. So that's how we design the space and we incorporated the art in our design. We all believe that art is something which should be unique. So there is no point in repeating something again and again. So in that case, definitely for most scenarios, we go with something custom design. We hire the artisans, we give them a rough idea or maybe an outline regarding what should be done or what how it should be, and we give them the overall freedom to come up with an output. And when they came up with or when they come up with their output, uh, that will be definitely something very wonderful. So that's how we go with the art. But there is no point or there is no problem in buying or maybe incorporating an artwork after the design stage. There is no issues in that. Only thing, it should go with the overall character or how we are planning to uh, build the space in the overall space or maybe the final output. Yeah, online viewing. Online viewing is definitely, we all should accept it. It's a new trend now. But as we all know, there is an entirely different field like digital art. Digital art is meant to be viewed digitally. There is no point in printing it out or exhibiting it somewhere, which doesn't add any relevance to the project. We have online platforms like Airbnb, and in such platforms we can definitely buy artworks and all based on the project. Like we have to search what suits to our project, and we can definitely buy artworks from that. And when we talk about beauty, as we all know, it's uh, every art is beautiful. Okay, only thing, it it's how we perceive it, or uh, on what perspective we look into it. Okay, then when we talk about this art, or how it adds beauty to the project, like we can think of a scenario, maybe a long corridor or a corridor space which is pretty blank, and we need to give some highlight at some point. It's easy to incorporate a painting or something and highlight it at an end. And if we do so, what happens is definitely generates a pathway or a direction along that painting. So in different scenarios, it's very helpful to incorporate art in our design. Maybe to mask something which we don't want to show others, that's one way of doing. And maybe to act as a focal attraction point, that's another way. And as I told earlier, we can either go with something which merge with the overall design, which always blend with the design, whether it be exterior or interior. It's all matters. And finally, and the most important thing, how the character of the individual, or the one who use the space, it's very important. We can some people might be interested in something very minimal, or maybe in an abstract form, whereas some are interested in something very with something that stands out. Okay, so that's how it works. And I think recently I just got into the website Abir Space, and I had seen a lot of works. Okay, and it's really interesting to see that many young age people are having, or maybe inputting their projects into that. It's happy to see that outputs coming at this moment. Okay, it's my pleasure to be in this space, especially when we interact more about art. It is very much important nowadays, as we all live in a situation where it's everything getting very cramped and very strugglesome. It's always relaxing when we see some people getting interested in artwork and some talks related to that. So, Abir Space, I thank you very much for calling me and for this time, for spending this time along with me. Thank you.